Hello, I'm Sheila Moniga, and this is Sheila Lives Out Loud. Thank you for finding my channel. It's always lovely to see you here. If you're a newbie, please click subscribe and hit notifications so you never miss an upload, and we do that every Monday. So here we are, well and truly into the new year. The month of January with all its 6,555 days, is that the right count? Sometimes, I kind of lose track. But we survived, and here we are racing into 2021 with gusto and fervor. And I certainly hope that things are beginning to look up for you. 2020 was indeed a difficult year, but I've got expectation and I live in Hopeland. I think I must be the mayor. But I trust that this is going to be an even better year. We've got to have things to look forward to. And when you live in Nairobi and you wake up to blue skies every morning, waking up feeling a bit, pessimistic about life becomes a bit difficult. You look up, you see the blue skies, you thank God for another day, and you jump into the business of living. Now, last week, we uploaded our final episode from season 8 of Sheila Lives Out Loud, and I gotta say thank you. Thank you so much for being so patient. This is a season that we recorded back in March. I think it was February of last year. It's been exactly 12 months of sharing about 13 episodes from one season. Now, when the global pandemic hit, it was important that we were not tone deaf. It was important to walk in step with what each and every single one of us was going through. There were curfews, there was learning a new normal about sanitization, about wearing masks, about social distancing. There was much that we all learned last year, and it was important to me that on this channel you could find relevant information for the day as to the events that were happening, especially from a Kenyan perspective. I'm so thankful to the doctors who spoke with me and continue to walk with me and are willing to speak to me about the changes and, of course, the experiences that we're all having, especially with a new direction and schools being opened. We are going to make an assessment and find out if we're better off or if we should really truly just open up the entire economy and do away with lockdown in a couple of weeks. But before we do that, I wanted to make sure that in this particular episode, I said thank you. Thank you to the guests for making the time and being patient even as we shared their stories piecemeal throughout the year. I say thank you to Sai Suites Apartment Hotel for giving us the location to record and share these stories that we've been posting over the past couple of months. And of course, to you for watching, for dropping a comment, for encouraging me, for finding me on social media and just letting me know that you're here and I'm never alone. I'm so very grateful for that. One of the things I wanted to achieve with this channel was to be as authentic as I possibly could in being a conduit for telling Kenyan stories, for sharing Kenyan experiences, for giving Kenyans from all walks of life an opportunity to just share their experience about life in the 254. At the end of the day, we all have a mandate, we all have a responsibility, we all have a sphere of influence, and within that sphere, it's up to you to build positivity, to create, to help others. And that's what I sought to do with this channel, giving people an opportunity to talk about the good, the difficult, the inspiring, to teach us things about what life really is. The principles for this channel are to live, to love, and grow. Any episode that we upload should fulfill one of those three tenets. It should embody, it should share, it should represent one of those three things, whether it's about living your life a little better, whether it's about loving what you have and who you are just a little bit more, but most importantly, growing, knowing something that you didn't know or had forgotten and sharing that knowledge with somebody else. So thank you for walking with me. We are in the process of working on season 9 and a new direction for the channel. I'm open to hearing your ideas and always looking for your story to tell. If there's someone with a story that you would like shared, please get in touch with me. There are my social media handles. They're like popping up like a disco, but just share with me those details. You can email me. You can find me on any one of your preferred social media platforms, and I'll only be too happy to look for them so I can sit with them and live, love, and grow with them. But even as I close this very, very short monologue, it's only 1 month into the year, and I know that so many are still facing challenges, and I know that many have lost loved ones and opportunities, but you're here. I just want to remind you that you're here, that you made it, that you're still here, that your heart's still beating, that you still have dreams, that you still have a purpose, that there's still work for you to do, there's still space for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. And it's so easy to give up when every door has been closed before you. It's so easy to walk away and imagine that nobody cares. But there's someone who cares. You are valuable. You are still needed. You still have something to offer this world. Don't give up. Don't. You're made of so much more. Walking away, throwing in the fight right now, no, that's not an option. Not for you. Certainly not for me. We have to keep working together and walking together and encouraging each other. So I want to encourage you not to give up. Just because everything else hasn't worked doesn't mean that it never will. Maybe it was just a question of timing. It couldn't work then, but maybe it's going to work now. You've got to give it one more shot. You've got to find something that keeps you going. And I'll tell you what's worked for me. I started running last year, and together with my best friend, we really built up, and we had a wonderful coach who helped us along the way, Coach Douglas Wakihuri. And there are times when he'd show up and we're only going to run a kilometer, and I just feel like, what are you doing with a marathon champion and only doing 1 kilometer? But hey, a marathon starts with 1 kilometer, right? And I'm doing pretty good. I really, really am. I'm not about to start showing off. This is not that video. But it's just telling you that sometimes some of the things that are going to motivate you and put some level of joy are the simple things that you can do. If you can go out and take a walk, if you can do a little run around your compound, or if you can get to a forest, my favorite is Karura. Start winning with the simple things, with the small things, because those things give something back to you. And when there's nothing you can do for yourself, try and do something for someone else. And doing something for someone else isn't always about cash. It could be your time. It could be listening. It could be helping. Make time for someone else. If there's nothing that you can do in a particular space and time for yourself, but there's something you can do for someone, extend that hand. Extend that hand, because people need people. And sometimes people won't reach out because they're afraid, because they don't want to be judged, because they're just wondering, but I should have my ish together. But heck, we're still in the throes of a global pandemic. Having ish together, let's talk about that at the end of the year. For now, let's walk with each other. Let's be present for each other. Let's listen, and let's just help each other. If you see me and I see you, I'll be smiling. And I'm not smiling for anything, but just hopefully to make you feel a little better. So even if it's a smile, give what you can. I'm looking forward to sharing more experiences in the weeks to come from certain things that I've been up to throughout the month of January. And conservation is a big deal for me. If you followed me on social media, you know that I have a big heart for conservation, because this earth, we're not here for long. Everyone is here for a brief period of time and then we leave. But as a Kenyan, part of our heritage is this amazing land that we've been given. The wildlife, the tree cover, the plants. We have a responsibility to our environment. We truly do. Have we done a good job? The jury is still out, although I can tell you what it is that they are agreeing on, and I know we can do better. So watch out for clips and conversations on that, which is something I feel very passionately about. I'm going to wind up this monologue because if you give me enough time, I could talk until tomorrow. But I just want to say thank you again for your support over the months, over the years on Sheila Lives Out Loud. We're going to get out a lot more over the next few weeks. We're going to be a lot more Team Heart. And I'm just grateful. I wish you well. I wish you success. I wish you joy. And I wish that the universe reaches out and gives you these things that you deserve. Don't give up on yourself. The universe hasn't given up on you. I certainly haven't. And I look forward to catching up with you again in the next episode of Sheila Lives Out Loud. Until then, stay safe, take care, wear your mask and social distance, follow the protocols, and spread some love. Bye for now.